What are you saying, boys and girls, JDs and Lenormand? Today, I've got a video I've wanted to do for a while now. I'm going to go through my room, my setup tour, 10K plus worth of equipment, go through what I would do differently if I was to build it again, certain parts I'd recommend. Yeah, and just overall my full setup from PC to monitors to lights. You can see in the back the beautiful, beautiful lights. Yeah, I'm going to go through absolutely everything for you lot, leave out no details. So yeah, stay put, enjoy the video. So starting things off on this side of the room with all the beautiful lights, we're going to start with the Gove bar light, I believe it's called. I picked this up for around $60. It comes with a little software app. You can change all the animations and colors on it, whatnot, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a great addition when you look at it from back here, just for the back of the beautiful people on the stream. See, I don't want to give away too much of my setup, but it's a great addition. They can see it in the back. Yeah, and just as the overall lighting in the room, just above that, which is currently reacting to my voice, I didn't even realize I did this till recently, we have the nano leaves. These things are pretty hefty. I don't really, think that you should be buying these unless you really, want to make a push for streaming or content creation. They are a great addition in the back and they look beautiful, but they do set you back about $180 or British pounds, just for the, what is this? This is like, gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't count, so I had to point them and count at the same time. But anyway, this is going to run you back about $180, 180 British pounds, 180 euros, schmeckles, wherever you are in the world or what planet you're on. It's going to set you back a good amount, so just be aware of that before purchasing these. But the cool thing is if you do choose to buy more, I can basically buy, if I buy the same, shape and size and whatever, I can just create like little shapes and keep adding to them as I go along. So it is pretty cool. And just like the Gove lights, you can just use a software to change all the colors, animations, all that good stuff. Above it, I can't really touch them because I'm a bit short on that. But this little strip up here, that's another Gove product, same as these lights here. That's a Gove LED strip. I think that set me back maybe like $30 US, 30 British pounds. Not too bad, but they are only LED strips, obviously. You don't really have to get Gove. It is also software control, which makes life very easy. That's why I purchased it. Along with this, I use the same app for both. So it makes it easy turning them off after stream, turning them on before the stream, etc., etc. So it's just more like ease of access. But you can also get any LED lights and just strip them up the top, and it does give that like kind of glow down, on the camera for this stream. Moving on, I think we'll do another. We'll move on to this one first. We got all this beautiful stuff up here. We'll move on to this one first. This shit is gonna set you back about 200, regardless of where you are. So yeah, like again, bit like them. They look beautiful in the back. It looks beautiful. I also can't change the color. Another thing that sucks. Maybe if you pay a bit extra, you can, have that luxury. But just like this, I don't really advise investing in this if you plan on going like full-time content or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Next, anyway, one of my favorite new pieces I just got in for any of you anime nerds like me. I've got JJK posters. Now, I just like the color, how artistic it looks. They're actually going to go up on the wall right there, as you can see. But yeah, so these things are actually surprisingly more expensive than all of this shit. They actually ran me back because they're actual canvas things. I'm not going to pick them up or anything like that. Can't be asked moving them. But these things cost me about 250 British pounds. Set me back. I got off Etsy. But the actual canvas paintings, I just like how it goes white, black, white. You know what I'm saying? Also, I fuck with JJK pretty heavy. So yes, we've got Sukuna, we've got Gojo, we've got Megumi. For any of you guys that watch that, I know quite a few of my viewers do over on the Twitch, over on the Purple app. But yeah, I just thought it was a great addition. Like I said, from their perspective, when you're sitting there streaming and you have all this beautiful light in the back, a bit of artwork, it's very just artistic. I don't know, I like the, like I said, the white, the black, the white. But it is 250. So it was just something that I really wanted, but also thought it would look great in the back of the stream. It just kind of goes with the whole vibe, the whole setup. But yeah, anyway, there'll be math on screen for what this backdrop of the stream costs right about here. It isn't too cheap for the back. I do want way more. But if you want your stream to look lovely and nice, it does look a lot better on stream with the camera and the way the angle works. But if you do want your stream to look nice, you do have to invest in your stream. So that is the backdrop. So next up now, before we get into the bulk of the setup, and I've just revealed it completely, but the bulk of the setup is the chair. This is an IKEA ergonomic office chair. I think I picked up for around 250, 300 British pounds, dollars, euros, schmeckles, you know the vibes, whatever you're paying in. It set me back quite a bit. Okay, biggest thing, by the way, biggest thing about this chair, why I don't recommend this mesh. I didn't want to fucking touch it. This mesh, okay? I wear a lot of like this material clothes, right? Like hoodies, stuff like that. When I tell you, the moment I stand up, my body is completely statically stuck to the chair. Like, you were going to get so many static shocks off this shit. I do not recommend it. If I could go back in time and tell myself this, I would. But yeah, honestly, my chair is my least favorite part. I'm probably my next upgrade in my setup. I get so many static shocks off this shit. Outside of that, though, it is comfortable. That is one thing. It is comfortable. I do recommend on a comfortability basis. However, if you don't mind static shocks, then, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. Moving on to the bulk now of the setup, we have this bad boy. It hasn't actually been cleaned. I've had it for about 9 months. I'm going to put more fingerprints on, actually. I digress again. This PC, it's going to set you back about 3.5 to 4K. I'll drop a link to, I don't think you can even buy this actual default. I got it from Cyberpower, but I don't think you can buy this default setup now from Cyberpower because it was so long ago. So what I'll do is I'll link something similar along the same line specs-wise in here. But I believe I've got a 4080. I've got, that's an MSI 4080, as you can see. Zoom in on there. I've got 32 gigs of 6,000 megahertz Kingston Fury Silver RAM. I've got the 360mm Leon Lee water cooler. Underneath that, I have an i9-13900K. I'm trying to think. I believe it's just the bog standard i9-13900K. I haven't overclocked or anything. The whole PC is a fucking beast. But a bunch of Leon Lee fans, you can see that's the 360mm cooler up top, and a bunch of fans in the back, and just a default cooler in the back. But beautiful PC, runs amazingly. I'm on a one PC setup, so this does doggo. I'm in on a one PC setup, so this does, help have an absolute super fucking starship of a PC. Moving on from the PC now, we got the Shure SM7B, the best mic on the market. I absolutely love this thing. It makes my voice sound so crisp for the stream. As you can see, the Shure SM7B. It is a hefty price tag, but if you watch podcasts, if you watch TV shows, any of this, it is the go-to mic for these things. The only thing is, if you are going to buy it, as you can see, there's an XLR connection on this bad boy. It means you're going to have to purchase one of these. This is a Go LXR Mini. You can get a full-size Go LXR, but this thing is also going to run you back about 150, 200, which adds to the total price of this thing. Now, you can control all the sliders and make the stream here something different from you. Like if you want your music louder for the stream, but not for you, you can do that on this Go LXR Mini. It is beautiful in that way. But the two combined are going to set you back a good, what's that like? 550, 500, something along those lines. So keep that in mind before purchasing. You have to be taking this seriously to buy one of these things. Moving on now, I have the lovely Asus. It's so dusty on there, please excuse it. We have the Asus TUF 280Hz 24-inch monitor. It is out of the box, I believe, 240, but you can overclock it to 280, which is what I've done. Might as well make the most of it. But it is a beautiful monitor, probably the best one I've ever used. I do actually want to get a 1440p OLED. I'm not sure which one yet, haven't really decided, but I do want to upgrade this and move this one onto the second, which I'll come through in a minute. This one sets you back. I don't know if you can still get it on the market. Maybe retail price, you're looking at 250, 300. I think I got it secondhand for 200. However, like I said, out the box price, first hand, you're going to be looking at 250, 300 for this monitor, but it is a beautiful monitor. Very low reaction time. I think it has like a 0.1 or no, 0.05, sorry. I'm way off it. 0.05 millisecond response time out the box, and you can overclock it as well as the, the refresh rate. It's an amazing monitor, great colors. But it is not an OLED panel, and I would love an OLED panel. So I'm going to be moving on from this shortly. And it's going to move over to this one to replace this bad boy, which I've had for a very long time, since I was quite little. It's a 144Hz Dell monitor, a 1 millisecond response time. I wouldn't really advise this for anything but a second monitor anymore. I feel like nowadays with how much of a beast this thing is, you don't want a 144Hz monitor running on something like this. You want something more like this, or a 360Hz monitor. But, so this one's going to maybe only set you about like 120, 130 right now. First hand, that is. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend a 144Hz anymore. If anything, I have a 240 as your second monitor. Moving on to my favorite, most beautiful part of this setup. I've got the Sony. What I said about static, by the way, look, it's just turned my monitor off. Now we can see me. Oh, I didn't even talk about this yet. Now we can see me. I got a Sony E10L here. As you can see, we're a little preview of ourselves. This is what I use for streaming. What I'll be using later on in the vlogs. Let me quickly put you on performance mode because I'm going to get distracted looking at that. But this camera is absolutely beautiful. Don't ask me the specs. I haven't got a fucking Scooby. I just know I can zoom in on myself, zoom in and out. It's a beautiful camera. If you do want to invest in something like this, I also have an Elgato 1080p webcam lying somewhere, which is easier software-wise to deal with. It's about £100 for that one. This camera here is going to set you back anywhere between 600 to 800, I believe. I think I got everything for about 750 with the cables included, stuff like that. And I haven't even got a lens for it yet, by the way. I'm going to buy a lens soon. Unfortunately, lenses run you back about the same price as the camera cost itself, which isn't ideal. But yeah, absolutely highly recommend this. It has some overheating issues in summer, but there is a setting on the actual camera which you can change so that it doesn't actually turn off regardless of how much it overheats. I'm not sure how safe that is, but I do it because I don't want my camera turning off midstream. But beautiful camera outside of that. The tripod's about a 40. Just I might link it in the description. It's a really, really good tripod. It can come right up top and raise right to the roof, or you can just have it nice and low like I do. So it can be used for like multi-purpose, multi-different, you know, whatever content you want to film, whether it's fucking camping or streaming video games. But I think the tripod's about 40, camera's about 750. Monitors combined, what are we looking at there? Like 400, something like that in total, probably there. The desk, oh, I didn't want to put the camera on the mouse mat because it's so dirty. I have a coffee every morning, I spill it every morning, I swear to God. The mouse mat maybe like 30 quid. I've got the table, probably looking about 200 for the table. I mean, it is a raising one. I haven't plugged in the motor because I feel like if I started raising the desk, all the cables would then stretch. I just feel like it would like pull something out. So I don't really fuck with the raising desk. I just like the whole plain black feel of it. It kind of just goes with the whole setup. You know what I'm saying? Moving on though, like I said, about 200 for the desk. Very good desk, very good size for what I need. I don't need any bigger. I would like an L desk, but my room kind of doesn't, you know, allow for that to happen. However, Ashtray 40s, one of the more known headsets on the market. I got a little TR kit on it. So the TR kit, or the mod kit, sorry, the green mod kit, is going to set you back about $60, 50 quid on that. And the actual base of the Ashtray, you buy it with a mix amp. I got it for 160. So the headset's about 160, mod kit about 50. So it's about 200 plus for the headset there. I'm looking maybe to get some IEMs as well. So, you know, I do like my Astros. But on days where I want to wear a hood, it is kind of awkward to put a headset over your hood. So I kind of want some IEM earphones. But beautiful headphones, the best I'd recommend on the market, unless you're trying to spend like 500 plus, which I'm not interested in. But yeah, beautiful headset, highly recommend. Moving on to the keyboard now. I don't really want to show you my desk because it's so disgusting. This is a Ducky 1.2, I believe, or a Ducky 1.3. I got sent this out from Overclockers. Shout out Overclockers. It's a beautiful keyboard. I got the red switches, so if you hear, nice and quiet. It is very beautiful though, aesthetic looking keyboard. I've got the 65%, so you still got the arrows on it, but it is also very, very small and, you know, aesthetic for your setup. But highly recommend that keyboard. I would probably go for louder switches. It's kind of muffled. I do like the quiet at night, but during the day I do like a clicky keyboard. I'm a sucker for a clicky keyboard. So I highly recommend this. I think this is going to set you back somewhere between like 200 to 250 on this keyboard. You know, Ducky 1.2s or 1.3s. I think it might say on actually. There we go. It's going to set you back a decent amount, but it is a beautiful keyboard. Highly recommend. Moving on now, right next to it, it's actually low on battery. I have a Logitech Superlight G Pro. I did not get sent out this one. Shout out for that again, but I did not get sent out this one. I bought it with my own money. I think it's going to set you back about, oh, it's kind of dusty, like along with everything else myself. But I think it's going to set you back maybe like,
One eternity later.
we got it. So right here, as you can see, we're looking about anywhere between 90 to like 120, 130. I believe I picked this bad boy up for roughly around, oh shit, don't want to drop it, for around, you know, maybe like 110 British pounds at the time. I bought it a while ago. It's actually low on battery. It flashes you when you're low. But it's a beautiful mouse. I highly recommend. Very, very light. Let's take you back to the good stuff. By the way, if you haven't already followed or subscribed, we just hit 27K on Twitch. This is where you put in a little ding here for everyone to follow. But I digress. This is pretty much the whole setup. I almost forgot about you. The blinding light in front of me every day that pisses me off. This is an Elgato key light. It's going to run you back about 100. At the time of purchase, it was about 100 for me. You can change, you know, the brightness on it. As you can see, you can go like nice and low or nice and high. I have it quite high for this, just for the lighting. But I have this on every single day for stream. It doesn't matter if you have an amazing camera. If your lighting is shit, your camera's going to look shit. So please make sure you're investing in good lighting. You know, you can get Elgato, or you can get some other light, you know, from Amazon or whatever. This sets you back about 100, but you do have like the software options on your PC. I also have it on my Stream Deck. As you can see, I can turn it off and on with my Stream Deck, which is beautiful. Speaking of though, so 100 for that, by the way. Speaking of, we have our Stream Deck. It's also nice and dusty along with everything else in this setup. I have all my scenes. I have that on performance mode. I have all my scenes, my starting soon, my live, my full cam, and my ending soon. And then all three options for this bad boy to turn them on and off, brightness up and down. I have my TikTok page, which is a hyperlink to my TikTok. My Twitch, which is a hyperlink to my Twitch. If I press this, it takes me to my stream manager. And we can see all these beautiful stats for my Twitch and all my alerts and stuff like that, which is very, very helpful. So this thing is absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to set you back. Wait. For the Mini, about 150 on Amazon. So, as you can see, same thing. Say about 150 on Amazon. But that's pretty much